Alright. Alright everyone, we're back into Metroid, and I'm going to just continue where I left off. So, we rescued the teammates, everybody's kind of just chilling.
Mackenzie told me all about the biolabs in Icebelt. The Grievers. They were once Lamorn. Tragic.
So, everybody's just kind of like doing their own thing.
When was the last time you took a break?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it. Back on base, I guess, before we got here.
That's no good, soldier. You better make some time to breathe.
I know, Sarge. I just got caught up in all this.
I get it. But this is an order. Find some time to sit and relax. Take your boots off. Close your eyes.
Yes, Sarge.
Okay, so it's nice with everybody here. I think I'm probably gonna start off, now that I beat Firepool, by going back to, I want to say Vault, the Vault area, because I remember there being like a grappling hook section. And they did mention I could go and check out like the last area as well. So I could do both. So just some tidbits here today. I'm actually playing this on my laptop now, instead of my main computer. Usually I'll play like on a widescreen, but today I'm playing more with a mobile setup, which is exciting to me. That's why my camera is like not as good, because it's the laptop camera. I could fix that though. I could easily use my my webcam camera, but I just wanted something like easy, low tech. So I've got my Switch 2 plugged in to this laptop, and I've heard of people using their iPad, which is like next level. Like they're just playing on their iPad as the screen, and OBS is running. I feel like for me today, I just wanted to kind of figure out OBS for the laptop. So I got all my settings correct. I can hear the game, I can record the game audio. Um, and it just looks good. I'm playing in full screen for once. And then I've got like on my right hand side my little Discord chat. That's kind of like the next phase of this, is like get Discord also running. And then invite some people to hang out and play together. But this was important to me because I will be traveling, so I just wanted a way to get all this set up, so that way I didn't have to be like, oh, I can only play at home. I don't know why I'm fighting these guys. There's no point. Let's get out of here. So I'll probably play for like 30 minutes, because I did play a lot today. By the way, too, I am playing kind of in a noisy environment. And this is only because like I'm trying to test out like, you know, the worst possible conditions for me. I know like I'll probably be like in noisy environments. So I'm hoping that you know, these headphones I've got cancels out the noise. And I already did kind of spend a lot of time like just configuring OBS settings. It's one of those things like if you figure it out like one time, then like your life's good, you know, because like the rest of the time it's already like pre-configured. Okay, so McKinsey, he's already saying exactly what I was thinking. Volt Forge. I probably should just go back to Volt Forge first. I was going to explore the other place. But I get, you know, this game tries to steer you in the correct direction. So Volt Forge was back over here. No, Volt Forge is the opposite direction. So let's just go back this way. Yep, go in the right direction. If you hear that, that's my laundry machine. I'm actually gonna turn it off. Okay, let's go ahead. Again, like that was the idea. I just want to play in like a slightly noisy condition with less ideal tech, just my laptop. See how far I can go like under a constraint. Because if I do that, and if it turns out good, life's good. I don't need a fancy setup. I do want to explore this area afterwards. That was a pretty good combo. So I think Volt Forge is somewhere here. Oh, it's further down. Okay. Do I need to cross a bridge? Probably over here. No. Ah, that was confusing. Okay, it's right over here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is try to get to that area with the grapple hook. Psychic Grapple. And just check it out. And as usual, we got some bad bots. But at least we can get away from them.
Try looking at the map. See if there are any areas you haven't searched yet.
So I wasn't able to go there last time. So let's go ahead and see. what's over here. So all I have to do is just pretty much go down this big elevator here. So might as well just save first. That's the elevator. So again, this will be good because I am traveling for a bit, but I don't want to stop playing the games. So this will be nice, being able to play and just record. It's fun. And it's efficient too. Historically, Metroid is all about backtracking. Like, even if you finish one area, you have to come back to it later for some reason, because there'll be some areas that weren't accessible before, but now they are. Like this thing. So, let me think. What exactly do I want to do? Guess just jump down. There we go. So for this, you just definitely want to hit the boost ball at the top. So, like at the top of the acceleration, you want to hit the boost ball again. There we go. I just remember this from Metroid Prime, the original. That's why I'm only good at this. Nice. Ooh. That's okay. Remembering to smile when I play this game, sometimes I'm so serious. I kind of like this setup with the camera because it's more on my face rather than like this, but either way works. Okay, so we got down the elevator, and I think there's just one more to go. So this room I remember being kind of annoying because there's a lot of droids, so just note to self, stay sharp. Ah. Why am I doing that? I can just jump. Ah. Forgot. There we go. Simpler. What's over here? Oh, just more of that. Okay, getting closer. Wait a minute. I made my classic mistake of not really knowing where I'm going. You gotta get down here. Yeah. This is the correct way. What? The floor is electrified? Okay, so I go down this way, yeah. That's right. Yep, I think it was right here. Okay, this is the area I couldn't really get to before. But now I can. Okay. So let's see what awaits me down here. I'm guessing it's a boss fight because they're giving me a lot of power-ups. Interesting. Looks like there's some grapple hook stuff here. It's like, what's the point of this? Hmm. Well, here's another one. Oh, okay. Got it. That was a thunder chip. For a moment I was thinking, like, hey, maybe I could take this, you know? But I wasn't sure if I was gonna get electrocuted. But now it makes sense. That's the lightning chip. And I definitely needed that all this time. Oh, okay. No free lunch. Sylux. Right off the bat. Okay, this is not fun. Okay, let's try that again. So this fight did suck, and for this section I'm just gonna dub over, just because I think like last night I was just really tired. I was starting to feel like really burnt. Again, I think I must have like played this like 30 times before I started like really kind of getting like the patterns locked down. This is a really, you know, one of those fights where the boss is like really cheap. You know, the patterns are kind of like obvious, but like if you don't have like your muscle memory locked down, you are gonna just easily die, like just get burned or burned to a crisp, especially by the electric, you know, field that he throws out. So, you know, I know I was really like super tired around this time, and I think it was like 1:30 in the morning. And so, again, I would understand some of these patterns, like, okay, like when he throws out the electric fields, you know, do your best to dodge, hide behind pillars. He has like a 5-ring attack, which if you just stand behind a pillar, he'll just hit the pillar like an idiot, and you can just sit there with the charge beam and recover, which is actually really great. But then like when he does this move where he like, you know, draws the lightning, sometimes I wouldn't notice that because I would be hiding behind the pillar and then I'd get fried. So you'd want to just make sure you keep an eye on where he is and don't stand too close to him because he can electrocute one of the pillars you're trying to swing to, and you'll be fried again. It's really important that you learn how to like master the control with the psychic lunge and grapple, because you just are going to spend a lot of time in the air trying to avoid, you know, his huge electric wave pool or whatever he does. And the longer the fight goes on, the longer that electric wave pool tends to keep running, which I didn't understand. Towards the end, you know, Sylux just gets more like aggressive and fast, and you know, it's just like it's really awful. So here he is doing the move again. Just grab a psychic lasso and grapple to the next hook. One thing that I noticed was that like Samus can swing for about 2 swings before she falls off. So on the second swing, here I am, the first swing. They time it, grab it. Okay, one more time. One. Okay, I'll demo it again, but you get 2 swings essentially, and you can use it to waste 2 seconds. So I think like the electric field lasts about 30 seconds, but then like in the later part of the fight, it goes up to a minute. So that can get tiring for your fingers, especially if you keep playing this over and over again, trying to beat this boss. Here he is doing it again. So see how I moved away from him? I don't want to go towards him because he can shock the grapple, and that's not good. So we want to get away from him. Swing once, swing twice, swing once, swing twice, and in this way you'll be able to at least avoid getting electrocuted, because like if you get electrocuted, you're just done. That's the end. Like there's no recovering from that. With the 5 ring attack, you can hide behind a pillar. And again, just sit here and charge up, recover. This is a really great way to come back from getting your butt whooped. So once you understand like these main patterns, I think like the last part is just avoiding Sylux like hitting you, and that can only happen like through just being really aware of where he is and moving and moving and moving. If he stands still, you're just gonna get cut in half again by him. And all his moves are again like super cheap, just like the pillar's your best friend. Like just literally like run around the pillar and just try to keep shooting him, because then he will miss you half the time with those attacks as well. This is really just a game of like I guess muscle memory, if more than anything, and pattern recognition. I would say this was a very challenging fight. Usually I don't die this many times to some boss, but this was like one of those where I was just like failing. And again, I think it was just because of the night. I was playing at nighttime. I couldn't even really talk. I was just like so stressed and like focused on trying to win that I forgot about like my little gaming personality, hence I'm doing that right now. But this is actually good for me because too, like, I'm learning like how to play these games, still enjoy them, go through the actual, and I think that's what's important when people watch these kind of videos, even to me, like it's just seeing the true like reaction, like the adrenaline rush, just like seeing my face look so stressed, because it was like literally like this is how it felt to play this. And once you see that, I think you have more appreciation for how hard this fight could actually be. But in hindsight, right, like if you get the patterns and you really understand like what you need to do, and this fight is not that hard actually. So it's also about grit. I think like can you just work through the pain to like grapple and hold, grapple and hold. During these parts I would pause and breathe for 2 seconds because I had counted it out, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna take breaths for 2 seconds, and that would help me a little bit because I'd be like, okay, I took some calm deep breaths and I was able to get back into this fight. So you can see here he's getting more aggressive. He's just like very fast, and this was something I was starting to notice. He wasn't like the earlier Sylux where he was just kind of like like just kind of like simple. This was like, okay, literally he's like throwing everything at me at this time. So I just like did the best I could to also pick up my game a little bit, just remember all the patterns. And again, like this is a good place to just breathe, count to 2 2 swings, think about like what you want to do next. And for me, like I think I was thinking about recovery a lot. I was like, okay, I want that 5 ring attack. I know he's going to do it, so I'm going to hide behind a pillar. Here he is. I think he's about to do it. So yeah, exactly. I would just stand behind this pillar, let him try to like throw out some stuff. I got a little bit of recovery. This is fine. I also note that missiles hit him and do more damage, but because missiles can be used so fast, you're better off using the main gun, because you want to be limited in the amount of times you use missiles. I think he has invincibility frame,
and if you use missiles too fast, they won't hit him. You can also use your morph ball, and that would help you a lot too. Especially if you're trying to get away from him during the parts where he's just super fast. I would say maybe try using the morph ball. That's Samus's, and the boost ball, because that's her way of catching up to someone really fast. Here I am hiding behind a pillar again. I think I'm about to win. So just hide, especially at these low energy parts, otherwise you're dead and you're gonna have to just fight all over again. And just persist, grit. There we go.
Yes.
That's how you beat Sylux.
Oh my god. Fuck. That was hard. Oh my god. That was an insane fight. Dude, I could not even concentrate. I mean, I could not say anything. It was like so hard.
Okay, so I'm gonna also lightly dub here. Again, like I was tired, so I really couldn't give my thoughts as much.
Finally.
But so the one thing about this game is you know, you'll beat the boss and you still have to escape, and I think like that makes it like traumatizing. Because if you lose like during the escape, they didn't really do this with the serpent boss, which I was really thankful for, but you still had to do the escape sequence and get out.
Oh my god, that was such a hard fight. I don't know how many times I died to it, but you guys,
And so like,
you guys are watching me now.
yeah.
It's probably like the 50th or 60th time I went through this.
Oh, so it was more. I think it was actually 30 because I went back and looked at
Anyway,
it.
I'm just glad for it to be done.
But yeah, like you have to keep your wits up because like you didn't save, right? So you haven't beaten this boss until you get back in that save station. And so there was one more battle here which was like ridiculous. It was like another one of these, you know, really insane droids that are just like security droid, right? Like nightmare. This one's kind of like Sylux, and like even though I got a new energy tank which helped me, this thing was just so fast and it kept slashing and hitting me with like cheap moves that I was about to die again. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna die, you know, after I just beat this boss, because I don't want to go and do this whole sequence again. So I was like in grit mode, and I was like, I'm not gonna lose to this thing. So, but I could not keep up with it, and I kept thinking out of fear I was gonna die. So I had this like last minute gut instinct to just leave the area. And sometimes like that actually is the smartest thing you can do, right? Like I realized, like, hey, you know, like this guy is like nonstop hitting me. Is there anything I can do? Why don't we just leave? And that was actually a stroke of genius. So after I did that, I realized like, oh, now I can actually hit him because like he's forced to work with me in a small space. Like he's not going to hit me unless he comes to this door, and that gives me like way better opportunity to shoot him from far away. I was like, that is genius. Stroke of genius. So yeah, that was my tip, right? Like this is just a nasty boss, like a sub boss that you have to fight right after the Sylux fight. And then after this, like I just remembered, oh, okay, I've done this part before. I remember how to escape, because you do this earlier on in the game anyway. So I just remembered, okay, I just need to be in morph ball mode, and then this thing will like freak out for a minute because it'll say, wait a minute, this is not a Viola tire, and it'll just drop me here. Again, my nerves were all just like really like tense. So I was like, okay, I know I could speed through this area, but I don't want to get hit, especially with this low life. So I was just like, take my time. It's better to just take my time and do it slowly and not, you know, have to repeat the whole level or get fried. And that ended up working pretty well for me. You know, just make sure like with your geography, right, like you just kind of look around and see like if there's anything you can use to help you recover, shoot every like, you know, cargo box, take the energy if you can. And remember, you've already cleared this area before, so the shortcuts are there now. Everything's pretty much open. And just like try to remember, like, were there any parts, in this escape route where you had to fight like some security droid, or you had to like avoid some booby trap. Because if you do that and then you're actively aware and you're like, okay, I'm not going to get into that same issue again. But even then, like, my heart was like racing, you know my palms were sweaty. It was crazy just trying to get out of this sequence. And even here too, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna let this stupid mini security droid like get the better of me. So I just kept like hitting it with missiles one after, and that was pretty good. For this, I was like trying to remember what exactly do I need to do. I thought I had to jump a couple times, but then I remembered, oh, it's a morph ball sequence. So I remembered, thankfully, oh, okay, I can just go in here, and that'll pick me up and take me back out. Again, it's like another one of those comedic sequences. It's kind of cool. Like, after all the stress, you have like some comedy relief. This thing will go, what is this? And throw you away. But that's good. So I was finally able to make my way out of this crazy area. Again, it's a shortcut. And again, just recover, take your time. There's no rush. Because there's no timer. Like for the timer sequences, I think, that's going to be another thing that's going to drive me nuts towards the end of the game. So I'll take a moment also to just kind of like say, some thoughts here, right? So by this point in the game, everything is getting like...
Well, might as well get back to the save point here, hopefully.
Everything is getting more difficult. You just have to be like, okay, I get that.
Collect that thunder chip and use it.
So it's really important that you do take breaks and you try not to like, play this nonstop for hours, because I think that's like the easiest way to like health problems. So you just try to learn as you go and try to go for the saves. I will point out there's one more thing here in this area. There's a sequence here where you can use the boost ball and you can get another missile, and I'll put that in a different section. I did record that, and it was in a different video, but I might put that up as well here later on. So we're almost out of this Volt Forge area. Once you make it past up this elevator, you're pretty much good to go. But here I was, like, again, trying to recover as much as possible, because I didn't know at that time if there was another fight. Sometimes there's just like fight after fight after fight in some Metroid games. So I was just like trying to prepare. Did it.
Yes.
So this was a good section, pretty hard. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's stressful, but this is one of those moments where I think, again, this was a good fight. This was a good segment. This is what makes this game worth playing. So if you like this video,
That was pretty hard.
leave a like, subscribe, leave comments below, and I'll see you in the next video playthrough.
Man, it's one after another after the